if you take a day off from the office, obviously someone will have to pick up your work and do it because you can't keep the client waiting. So that day, maybe you're not a great lawyer. Maybe you were a great mother that day because you took your child out for a movie.
मुझे लगता है एक बहुत बड़ा मिथ ये भी है कि सब मेरे बारे में बात करेंगे, लोग क्या कहेंगे कि मेरा डिवोर्स हो गया, जबकि आई थिंक लोगों की आजकल टॉपिक्स इतनी जल्दी चेंज होते हैं बात करने के जितनी जल्दी हमारे इंस्टाग्राम पर रील्स चेंज होती हैं.
एक बहुत बड़ा मिथ ये है कि if you have a child, उसकी primary care will always go to the mother.
Pallavi, what do you do after you win a case?
Most likely I'll go and have a matcha latte. One of the reasons I chose law as a profession is because there was no end to learning.
And that's what keeps you going, makes you happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if my husband says, you can do it, it means the world to me because he is my partner. And if he's saying that to me, the confidence that
100%
comes into me because of that, I don't think any other person can take.
Jag is just like that too. I started podcasting. He's the one fixing my mic, you know, doing everything. And he's not an expert. He knows nothing about any of this. So yeah, I think having a partner, he makes my heart happy. He makes my soul happy. I glow from within because of him. And the confidence.
So
I feel like I can achieve the world because of the support that I've got from him.
Oh, you guys are beautiful.
So are you guys. I think we're very similar that way. And I wish everyone had that.
Women take the first step when filing the divorce. So I think in my personal experience, if Dinesh and I are available, both of us are free, and a female client walks in, she most likely would want to see me. The myth is that if you're living in the same house, under the same roof, that you're not separated. In some situations, court will take into account holistically how you were leading your lives. Were your lives separated in that sense, in the legal sense of separation?
I'm sure you see it too. I see stories of females on daily basis where they've been beaten by their husbands, thappad maar diya raat ko, or you know, stories that you don't want to hear. My heart goes out to those ladies. It hurts me to even see what girls are going through. Hello guys, welcome back to the EG show. Our today's podcast is meaningful, strong, and has a great message for everyone out there. If you are a female that's stuck in an unhappy, unhealthy marriage, you need to listen to this. If you have a friend who's in that situation, please listen to this as well. Get a paper and pen because you'll be making a lot of notes from today's podcast. We have Pallavee with us, who's not just a divorce lawyer, but someone who stands up for feminism, for equality, and for our rights. Also note, this episode was sponsored by Dave Jewelers. They literally have the best gold and diamond jewelry, and I think silver as well. I had heard a million times that diamonds are girls' best friends, and I only realized it when I walked into their store. I have fallen in love with their jewelry. I have so many of their pieces that I wear, I admire, and I get so many compliments on. So please go visit their shop in Werribee or in Reservoir, and I'm sure you will love it. Let's enjoy today's podcast. Go on to YouTube, subscribe, and enjoy the show. Hi, Pallavee.
Hello.
Welcome to the EG show.
Thank you, Ekta. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You look fantastic.
Oh, so do you.
Pallavee, I've known you for so long. You always look like you've just walked out of cover of a Vogue magazine.
Oh my God.
Is this your guilty pleasure or stress buster from all the serious work that you do?
Oh my God. It's, I think fashion for me has been a way of expressing myself and my individuality, and a way of being more creative. There's nothing else creative that I do.
I think what you wear also is very related to how you feel.
Yeah.
I think wear a pajama and you feel relaxed all of a sudden.
That's true.
Dress like a boss, and give me a pair of heels and give me a blazer and see the way I talk, my tone changes.
Absolutely.
Everything changes.
And there's, as a girl, every girl has this thing about fashion. I mean, I'm so much into it. You ask me about ballet core, cottage core, norm core. I'll tell you all about it.
You're on top of everything.
I'm on top of it all.
If that brings me to my first question, if you were to wear a Louis Vuitton bag and a red lipstick, do you think people take us less seriously, or we get more authority and more power?
Well, depends on the role that you're performing. Like as women in leadership roles, for example, or thinking roles like being a lawyer, I wouldn't be wrong if I say women still do get judged more than men, for that matter, because when you're in leadership roles, there's this thing about having that executive presence. And when it comes to women, executive presence often comes wrapped in how you look and what you're wearing, for example. And don't get me wrong, I mean, men get judged too, but certainly not as much as women. Undeniably, women get judged more.
A lot more.
Yes, 100%.
I do think intelligence and style are not enemies, though.
Definitely not. And you know, a lot of women, like you and I, were breaking the stereotypes. And high time in 2025 that we stop judging women on how they look. I mean, you know, if I give you a picture of a woman dressed up in black blazer, black pants, versus somebody wearing a feminine skirt, and ask you who's the boss of the organization, you're more likely to pick the woman wearing the blazer. But as time progresses and as women are showing that, you know, they're not afraid to showcase their individuality in how they dress up or how they show up to work, those stereotypes will get broken with time.
Fair enough. Inside that robe that you wear, sneakers or heels?
Oh, heels, most definitely.
Yeah.
You wear a sneaker, you'll be kicked out of the courtroom with another pair of sneakers.
No, but what I mean to ask is, dil se, are you that person that wants to make a statement, or are you that person that wants to be in the comfort zone, wearing whatever and bhaad mein jaye duniya jo marzi chahe judge kar le?
Should I give you the right answer?
The real answer.
The real
Real
one?
you.
Look, I'm a Virgo.
Yeah.
You're a
I'm
Virgo,
Virgo.
too.
Yeah, I'm a
Okay.
Virgo too.
But you know how Virgos
With 3
are.
days apart, right?
Yeah, with 3 days apart. But Virgos are all about perfection. So
Yeah.
for me, how I look is so important. Like, even if I'm wearing, gym clothes, for example, they've got to be perfect too.
Yeah.
I have this thing about wanting to look my perfect,
Yeah.
which may not be the right thing to do. Sometimes you got to give yourself that, break. But
I think there's no right or wrong here. It's like whether you like red or pink. It's our own perception, our own liking. I am more of a comfort person, yaar. I need my pajamas. As soon as this camera comes off, my heels will come off. I need my pajamas. My hair is up. I need my glasses, and I'm down to business. That's the kind of person I am. I do dress up. I do go out. I do all of that. Takes me a lot of effort because that's not me naturally.
where's your Virgo OCD, Ekta?
Everything else, I'm very OCD about. Looks, yeah, comfort, yaar. I love
Why
comfort.
not? Why not? Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
To each their own.
Yeah. Pallavee, you're a lawyer. You're a fantastic, very famous lawyer. I want to ask, आजकल की generation में इतने divorce क्यों हो रहे हैं as compared to our parents' generation or our grandparents' generation for that matter?
Look, if you ask me, statistically, the main reasons for divorce, I think even in the past, but now more than ever, is infidelity in relationships and lack of communication. And I think those are the two main reasons, apart from things like financial troubles and substance abuse. So those are some of the main reasons why marriages fall apart.
You obviously see a lot of them happening.
Yes, sadly.
You hear a lot of stories.
Yeah.
Infidelity क्यों है इतनी ज़्यादा आज के टाइम में?
Infidelity क्यों है इसका reason नहीं है मेरे पास, but I think women now, they're the main initiators of divorce, by the way, more than men. So it's women taking the first call. And I think that's because now they are more self-assured, more financially independent. They don't want to be stuck in a marriage if they're not happy. And let's face it, no partner, if you discover, if your spouse is cheating on you and you're not happy continuing that relationship, in the past, a lot of times maybe the woman might not take that next step because she would probably think about, oh, what about housing, my accommodation, my job? But those reasons are I mean, it's a good thing that they're getting eradicated because women are becoming more self-reliant, more financially free. They're independent, so they're not afraid to take the next step.
I think अगर मैं अपनी नानी दादी के टाइम की बात करूँ, उनके sisters brothers, मेरी मासीज and relatives, I have seen a lot of females just living an unhappy marriage, unhealthy marriage, just because there's no choice, there's no option. They're not financially free. They can't go and they don't know where to go.
Absolutely.
Who to go to.
Absolutely.
आजकल we have that choice.
That's it.
आज की females they're working, they're earning money. So that is number one thing that makes them take that step. I can do it.
Also, as the Australian jurisdiction is a no-fault jurisdiction. So unlike in some of the other jurisdictions where it's important for the person filing the application to show a fault in their spouse to seek divorce, in Australia that's not a requirement. So at this point, I'd like to add something. So whatever legal things I say today, Ekta, is just so the audience understand, is not legal advice. Anything that you and I are talking, or if I'm answering your question, it's a very general sort of answer. And because it doesn't relate to people's specific situations and the circumstances that they find themselves in, they're better off seeking legal advice at that front. And now coming back to the question, so because we are a no-fault jurisdiction, all you need to satisfy to the court is that you've tried your level best. You have to prove separation for 12 months, that you lived apart from your former spouse for 12 months. And in the 12 months period, you did not find any reason to get back together. That's enough. And you can...
It's very simple, very easy.
It's very simple.
In our head, we think it would be too complicated.
Yeah.
पर पल्लवी adjustments तो हर marriage में करनी पड़ती है. Whether you're a guy or a girl, male or female, आपको दूसरे की nature के साथ adjust करना है, आपको उनके lifestyle के साथ adjust करना है, उनके habits के साथ adjust करना है, उनकी values, उनके morals क्या हैं, वो adjustment तो I think either way करनी ही पड़ती है.
100%.
I think problem आती है जहाँ पे आप compromise कर रहे हो अपनी self respect पे या अपनी dignity पे, या if you're in abusive marriage, unhappy, unhealthy marriage, वहाँ पे compromise जो है वो आजकल की females they should not and they don't do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And for those reasons, if you say the rates of divorce are going higher, then so be it. Like, it is what it is.
Are you on Indian Women in Australia by any chance Facebook page?
I am.
Okay. I'm sure you see it too. I see stories of females on daily basis where they've been beaten by their husbands, thappad maar diya raat ko, or, stories that you don't want to hear. My heart goes out to those ladies. It hurts me to even see what girls are going through. And it's horrible. You live in Australia. Like you said, it's only 12 months of separation you got to show. उनको आप क्या बताना चाहते हो? What rights do they have?
You mean victims of domestic violence?
Yeah, they're just stuck in there. They're not taking the first step.
Look, as a jurisdiction, Australia is very harsh on domestic violence. And there is a lot of help and support out there.
Just to clarify, not harsh on females. You're saying harsh on
the perpetrator.
Person, yeah.
On the perpetrator.
Yeah.
And it's not tolerated, domestic violence. And there are so many support organizations to help women, or sometimes it's also men. Obviously, it's 70-80%, or I mean, the larger proportion is always women.
For obvious reasons. Obviously, physically, we're not as strong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there are these support organizations that, because women are not aware of, they're sort of afraid of taking the next step. So it's important to talk about this topic, and I'm glad you asked this question. So I think women who find themselves in this situation, the first and foremost thing they should do is to obviously tell their, family and friends, because it's important to verbalize what is happening to you at home instead of just silently taking it all in. The next thing that they can do is obviously to go to their GP or psychiatrist, psychologist, counselor, and have a chat about it. There are pathways that GPs have to help these women to get out of that situation.
Really?
Yes.
Like what?
Like they can report it to organizations from that point on.
They're probably too scared to have it reported,
That's right. So, but having that chat with your GP is one of the options. If you don't want to go that path, there are organizations like, if a woman dials, or I shouldn't say woman all the time, the victim of domestic violence, if they dial 1800 RESPECT, right? That organization will help them understand how to sort out their financial crisis that they might be going on at that time, housing, accommodation, dealing with police, law, the whole separation process. They give you it's not legal advice, but they'll be able to assist the victim to have that information as to what different steps she can take. Then there are other organizations like Orange Door, for example. that is heavily invested in helping victims of domestic abuse.
What do they do?
Again, similar things like helping out, giving guidance, giving counseling, all of those things. There's another organization called Relationships Victoria, where parties who are in that messy situation, if there is an opportunity of a mediation and you don't want to go to a lawyer straight up, and because a lot of people don't want to spend that kind of money going to lawyers, you can go to Relationships Victoria and have a mediation done where the husband and wife, the parties, can sit across the table in the presence of a mediator. This is a government organization, Relationships Victoria. And you get to sort of speak about all your issues with that third person mediating the parties, between the parties. And who knows, you might just find a solution.
Talking about that, what if someone wants immediate help? So, abhi ghar pe kuch hua hai, domestic violence hui hai, and immediately I need to find a safe place to go. Where
if it's a risky situation,
definitely
call the police, 000 straight away. Yes.
Do they take the females out or the victim out of the situation?
Yes. So what happens is, if the police finds that the victim is at risk of physical or emotional or psychological harm, sometimes even children are involved in those situations, the police can then immediately file what is called as interim intervention order. The reason it's called interim intervention order is because obviously a final intervention order will be given by the courts, by a magistrate.
Oh, okay.
So for the period that the matter gets before a magistrate, an interim intervention order is handed out, and the perpetrator is asked to leave the home and not come in the vicinity of that house, so that the victim then feels safe until that court hearing happens and a final decision is made by the magistrate.
And does that system work well?
It is an effective system. Like I said, in Australia, magistrates don't take domestic violence lightly. They in most scenarios, they will issue an intervention order if the victim is in danger. Where it gets messy is when people start abusing the system.
How do people abuse it?
Like if you just file an IVO, if there is, let's say, no threat.
Have you seen that happening?
Yes, it happens, and it is one of the major causes of breakdown of relationships, in my view, in our community especially, where, a woman's talking to a friend, a colleague, comes to know about this thing called intervention order, IVO. It's a tool, which is a good tool, a very handy tool for someone who's actually in that situation and
how would
is
you
a victim.
benefit from faking it? How would someone benefit
To
from
get
faking
back at your partner.
Oh, okay.
So some people lie at the drop of their hat, and they don't realize that yes, in the heat of the hour, you have lied to the police about violence. And families fall apart.
As you said, females are not just the only victims always.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it's an effective tool, but like every good tool,
Comes
there
with
are chances of people misusing
like every medicine comes with side effects.
Yes.
Yeah. Pallavee, हमारी Indian community में, Indian females में सबसे बड़ा myth क्या होता है when it comes to divorce? Like you said, one is they think it's going to be too hard.
Yeah, well, myths, बहुत सारे myths हैं, Ekta, not one. For starters, लोगों को ये लगता है कि divorce can only be jointly filed for. Whereas one party can go ahead and file for divorce. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you don't need a consent from your partner.
Okay.
Like I said, you need that 12-month separation period to be established prior to the divorce being granted.
In every case, you need that?
Yes, 100%. Okay. If you don't have a 12-month separation, then...
Okay.
But what the myth is that if you're living in the same house, under the same roof, that you're not separated. In some situations, court will take into account holistically how you were leading your lives. Were your lives separated in that sense, in the legal sense of separation?
Matlab living in two different rooms would also satisfy that condition.
Living in two separate rooms, having separate finances, not having food together, for example. You're living essentially not as husband and wife at all.
But that's rare though, right? Rare cases में होगा ना?
Nahi.
Okay.
It happens quite a lot.
Okay.
And as more and more people are realizing, especially women who don't have the money to immediately leave the house
Find accommodation.
and find a separate accommodation, they can start living separately under the same roof and file for divorce.
Okay. Okay. I don't know how healthy would that be, but if that works, then yeah. Yeah. मुझे लगता है एक बहुत बहुत बड़ा मिथ ये भी है कि सब मेरे बारे में बात करेंगे, लोग क्या कहेंगे कि मेरा डिवोर्स हो गया, जबकि आई थिंक लोगों की आजकल टॉपिक्स इतनी जल्दी चेंज होते हैं बात करने के जितनी जल्दी हमारे इंस्टाग्राम पे रील्स चेंज होती हैं. सो
आई एग्री.
आई थिंक लोग तो बात करना बंद कर देते हैं.
और बहुत सारी चीज़ें बातों से निकलती हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक बहुत बड़ा मिथ ये है कि इफ़ यू हैव अ चाइल्ड, उसकी प्राइमरी केयर विल ऑलवेज गो टू द मदर. And that's not true.
Okay.
It depends on who's a better parent. And who's a better parent is a question that only the court will be able to decide looking at circumstances as a whole.
Including finances, I'm assuming.
Parenting is not, well, we are going into the legalities of it.
Yeah.
Monies is a separate issue. Parenting is a separate issue. In Australia, we have 3 modules, so to speak. Splitting of the partners, as in ending of the marriage. That's divorce. That's a separate module. Then you have children matters. That's a second module. And then you have split of your financial resources and financial assets. That's a third module. There's a myth that unlike, in some jurisdictions where your split of financial assets happens at the same time as ending of the marriage, a lot of people carry that notion in Australia as well.
Okay.
Whereas, like I said, these are 3 separate modules in Australia.
Yeah.
And you can have your divorce running even if your financial split hasn't happened. The split of assets hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
So
How long after marriage can you split your assets?
legally, 12 months.
Okay. That's quite a lot
But
of
that's
time.
not to say that you can't bring a matter of splitting of financial assets after the 12 months period. You'll have to, of course, give a reason why you didn't bring it in the 12 months period. But that's the period that's generally given.
So what we are saying is कि if someone's stuck in a marriage where there is abuse, there's cheating, emotional, physical abuse किसी भी तरह का, one, it's pretty easy to file for a divorce. Just live 12 months separately and you're done. बच्चों की custody, you might not necessarily be on females. It may go to males as well, or 50-50 or 80-20, whatever.
Yeah.
जहाँ तक हम लोगों की बात कर रहे हैं, लोगों को कोई और टॉपिक मिल जाएगा बात करने के लिए. You won't be the topic of discussion. So I think all in all, females, males as well, they need to care about their own dignity. They need to care about their safety, their self-respect, and take that step. Pallavee, you'll put your details down there for sure. Now, I want to ask you, without taking names, obviously, कोई ऐसी situation हुई है जहाँ पे you've seen a very strong side of a female?
Because of confidential reasons, I don't think I can take names of the parties involved, but I can sort of tell you about the story. This is a very inspiring story. One that certainly inspired me. So this lady came to me for a divorce, and she was a victim of domestic violence. And not just like physical domestic violence, but financial abuse. A very controlling, a very coercive relationship where literally any and every money that she spent was only once the husband gave a go-ahead. So she couldn't buy anything without checking with him. She could just do groceries for a certain amount. Literally living under immense control of the husband. And surprisingly, this was a very educated woman. But because she was in such a controlling relationship, she just forgot who she was and as a person. So when she walked in to come and see me and tell her about her issues, I saw this very intimidated, very scared, frightened woman who's just not ready to speak up. In fact, she was even very scared talking about what had happened to her, thinking, what if her husband comes to know that she had walked into my office? That level of scare and threat that she lived in. And she started believing in it, that, she couldn't do anything in life without a go-ahead from the husband, But during the course of, helping her, family law matters run for a year, year and a half, sometimes 2 years. I saw this woman evolving as we went on with the matter from one hearing to the next to the next. I saw how she started remembering who she was prior to entering this abusive relationship and how educated she was, how self-assured and confident she was as a person. Amazingly, that started to come on the surface where, in some matters, Ekta, it'll be me hand-holding the client through the matter, apart from just, running their case legally and providing legal advice. You'll have to tell the client, you got to do this, you got to do that, Here she was saying, how about we take this next step? What is your view on that?
Wow. So she changed.
She changed immensely, drastically. She said, I'll bring this information from India. That will be handy. A lot of witnesses back home are there to support me. And today, she is remarkably a very different person. And I'm so proud that, she took that step to free herself of the shackles that she was in that abusive relationship. Now, here's an example where, people have this stigma associated with divorces. Here's a prime example of how sometimes women can just shine through, or anyone, spouses can get that new opportunity to find who they truly are after that not so great relationship comes to an end.
I think divorce is not a failure. In fact, coming out of everything that you've said, it shows that she's not a failure.
Not at all.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Divorces sometimes, and in most cases, can be catalyst for positive change. People find a new person in themselves. Even if, let's say, the divorce happened because of their problem or their mistake, it's a learning curve, right? They might become a better partner to their next relationship. So
I think women are like tea bags. You put it in hot water and that's when you know the real strength of it.
Well said. Very, very well said.
And you're the first guest on this show who's actually got me teary. So I've got to give that to you. You were so capable of that. No, it is very emotional.
It is.
Hearing stories like that, and like I said, what I read on Indian women in Australia, my heart goes out. I just don't know how they are and why they have to go through this. And I hope कि आज हमें बैठ के जो females in situation में stuck हैं, या कोई किसी को जानता है जो इन situation में stuck है, I hope they understand that it's not that hard to get out of it. It's not impossible.
It's not impossible. There are cases where women who have like literally very little education back from India, for them it's very overwhelming to come to a country like Australia and live in Melbourne. They don't even know the language well. And they have managed to get out of abusive relationships and start anew. So it's not impossible. There are places, even for women who are facing financial difficulties, for example, who can't afford a private lawyer. For them, pro bono services are available. Oh my God, you're so emotional.
What is pro bono service, you said?
So there are community legal centers, CLCs as you call them, where people can go and get a lawyer for. It's means tested, so you have to qualify that criteria. But you can get a lawyer for free to assist you. Yes.
Okay, that's what it means. Okay. As a female, हम पे बहुत pressure होता है. हमें दिखना भी अच्छा है. We might be 40-year-old. We are trying to look like a 20-year-old. हमें पैसे भी अच्छे कमाने हैं. We want to be the bosses. We want to be the CEOs. But then we're also expected to be perfect moms, perfect wives. खाना भी लेके आए. बच्चों को गिरना नहीं चाहिए. बहुत अच्छी upbringing भी करनी है. Perfect बहू भी बन के रहना है. Perfect daughter भी बन के रहना है. How do we handle all this? Is the balance necessary? And how do we handle this pressure?
Balance necessary nahi hai. Balance is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Perfection is not.
Yeah.
Perfection is very boring.
Yeah.
Right? Perfection जैसी कोई चीज़ होती नहीं है. If you look at me and you think I'm nicely dressed and I'm conducting myself so nicely and I'm this perfect woman. No, there are days when I'm a mess. I
Yeah.
cry.
Yeah.
And nobody knows why. Maybe I'm just hormonal.
Yeah.
I don't want to work that day. I'm not
Yeah.
productive that day.
Yeah.
We're human beings.
Yeah.
We can't be expected to be 100% all the time, and not on all the fronts.
Dude, I wish everyone listening understands this.
Yeah, 100%. expect so much from ourselves, especially in the day and age of social media. We're all just projecting our best image out there all the time. We're not showing the downside. I don't show to anyone on my page me in messy hair and, sitting there thinking, how the hell am I going to get through this next week? Where I've got social engagements and school events for my child and work-related stuff. How will I get through all of that? And there are days when I just break down.
And we did a podcast earlier where we did discuss this. जहाँ पे हमने यही बात करी कि social media पे you only see a trailer of the full movie.
Oh yeah.
So no one wants to show कि उनके husband से fight हो रही है, बच्चे सुबह उठ नहीं रहे हैं, office में क्या problems हो रही हैं.
Exactly.
We only see the happy side, which is great, which is what you want to see, but don't compare your life with that life.
With that.
Or don't tell your wives to be doing what you're seeing on the internet because you don't know what that girl is going through as well in the background.
Everyone's fighting a battle you don't know about.
And I think ये जो perfection का pressure है ना, ये सिर्फ हमें exhaust करने के लिए बनाया गया है.
100%. It leads to burnout.
I think if you drop a ball, you're human. That's what it all means. It doesn't mean you failed. It just means you're a human. If you want to take a day off, like you said, get in the bed, take a day off, rest up. You deserve it. Everyone, we all deserve a time off.
Absolutely. So if you take a day off from the office, obviously someone will have to pick up your work and do it because you can't keep the client waiting. So that day, maybe you're not a great lawyer. Maybe you were a great mother that day because you took your child out for a movie.
Or maybe you just don't want to do anything. Maybe you want to take a break from being a mum. Maybe you want to take a break from being a wife and just go and relax and chill for a day, and that's fine.
And get your mental clarity and well-being going. Absolutely. Just watch Netflix and have chai on one day.
Now, Pallavee, you and I both have super supportive husbands. They are the husbands that will cheer for us when we are out there doing our best. They are the husbands that will be oxygen to us. Jag, even after being 15 years of marriage, he still lights up the candles, bring the flowers, book date nights. And I love it. Compliments, all things like that.
And
I'm sure Dinesh is the same. But a lot of females don't have that. Do you think it's absolutely necessary to have it? Can you survive without it? Or is it like a cherry on top? It's nice.
No, you definitely need a supportive partner to shine through. I mean, I don't think I would have been able to achieve half of the things I've achieved without the support of Dinesh. I'll start crying if I start talking about
I'm the same.
He has helped me immensely, and for any woman or any man, even men need support. How do you think they go out of work, go to work every morning if they don't have a supportive wife, or vice versa? So, it's like, what do we say in India? Tires of a vehicle. Balancing
all four tires balance the vehicle.
Exactly. That kind of a thing. The wife needs the husband needs a wife. And it's not just help in household chores, for example.
I think that's basic though.
That's basic. People think just helping, household chores is enough. That's important, paramount. But apart from that, just, giving that motivation, giving that validation to your spouse, saying to them, appreciating them for what they're doing and pushing them to go ahead and, take that next challenge. I mean, if my husband says, you can do it, take the leap. I'm sure, Pallavee, this is nothing for you.
You can climb the mountain.
It means the world to me because he is my partner. And if he's saying that to me, the confidence that
100%
comes into me because of that, I don't think any other person can do. I'm getting goosebumps now.
So. Me too, actually. I feel it. I hear you so much because I can relate with this so much. Jag is just like that too. I started podcasting. He's the one fixing my mic, doing everything. And he's not an expert. He knows nothing about any of this. So I think having a partner, he makes my heart happy. He makes my soul happy. I glow from within because of him. And the confidence. I feel like I can achieve the world because of the support that I've got from him.
Oh, you guys are beautiful couple.
So are you guys. I think we're very similar that way. And I wish everyone had that.
I hope so too. I hope people find their best partners. That would lead to less divorces.
And they exist. They are out there.
They do. They are out there. To all the listeners out there, if your first relationship hasn't gone well, don't think that perfect partner.
It's not the end.
It's there somewhere outside.
On a lighter note, Pallavee, if you were not a lawyer, what would you be doing?
Oh my God. I haven't thought about that. Maybe I'll be a podcaster like you.
Can I be your first guest?
You'll
I'm sure these guys are already making your logo. They've started working on your logo already. कमिंग बैक टू व्हाट वी वर सेइंग, मुझे लगता है हमारे इंडियंस और इवन साउथ एशियन फीमेल्स में बहुत ज़्यादा प्रेशर ये भी है कि हमें एक सर्टन तरह से बिहेव करना है. कपड़े ऐसे नहीं पहन सकते, ज़्यादा लाउडली मत बोलो. स्पेशली आई थिंक वुमेन लिविंग इन इंडिया, उनके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा प्रेशर है कि
Yeah.
रिश्तेदारों के सामने ऐसे बैठो, हील्स मत पहनो, गर्लफ्रेंड से मिलने मत जाओ, डिनर्स पे मत जाओ. What's your take on that?
I mean, Ekta, as adults, people have the right to live life to their terms. You can teach a child, a teenager, to kind of, do things a certain way because you're parenting them. But once they are adults, they're adults. You don't get to tell them what they can and cannot
But the
do.
society has that pressure, right?
But things are changing, right? The narratives are changing, the stereotypes are changing. As more and more people are getting educated, and women like us, when we go out and, break those barriers and do something, more women look at it and say, if they can, why can't we?
आई थिंक जो एक लड़की कुछ स्टेप लेती है ना, जो आउटसाइड ऑफ नॉर्म होता है करने के लिए, वो आगे 10 के लिए एक डोर खोल देती है.
Absolutely.
तो आई थिंक एक फैमिली में, स्पेशली इंडिया में, अगर एक बहू है जो कह रही है कि मेरे को अपनी फ्रेंड से मिलने जाना है, मुझे मूवी देखने जाना है, तो जो बाकी 2 बहुएं उस घर की हैं, दे गेट दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी एज वेल.
Yes.
उसने किया तो हाँ, जो उसने पहला स्टेप लिया, दे मे बी कंसिडर्ड एज ब्लैक शीप, उन्हें वो बर्डन लेना पड़ता है.
Bilkul.
बट देन इट ओपन्स डोर्स फॉर सो मेनी अदर वुमेन.
Oh my God, I've seen that happening in real life. Very many examples. And it's just beautiful. Like, I think you would agree to that India is changing like that. I mean,
Yeah.
slowly
But I think
families are
छोटी-
accommodating
yeah.
changes like that.
But I think छोटी cities में, स्पेशली राजस्थान की छोटी towns में, हरियाणा के, पंजाब के, it is still a battle.
I'm a Rajasthani bahu, so I know.
Yeah.
Things, but you see, I got married some.
I'm an Amritsari bahu as well, so I know what you're saying. Our husbands listening, don't listen to this part. No, but seriously, I think things are changing. You're right.
Yeah, like I got married in 2003. Things were a lot more stricter back home about expectations from what I can and cannot do as a Rajasthani bahu. Things are very different today. Yes, there's a lot of work to happen on that front, but things are changing. That's a fact.
Coming back to law is all boys club kind of profession. Do you ever get intimidated?
Family law nahi hai Ekta.
Acha, okay.
Family law has a lot of women representation.
Okay.
Which I'm really happy about.
Yeah,
Right.
that's amazing to
Yeah.
hear.
Even in the law school, big family law was an elective. So it wasn't one of the core units. It was an elective. And guess who took that elective more? Females. Yeah.
That's surprising, actually.
Well, I told you, right? Women take the first step when filing the divorce. So, and
so
women,
females need to be representing.
not
them
that
as well.
women don't go to male lawyers, but I think in my personal experience, if Dinesh and I are available, both of us are free, and a female client walks in, she most likely would want to see me. I don't know. It's just a female to female.
It makes sense, though.
Yeah.
It's just the comfort.
The comfort level. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Cool. As a mortgage broker, my main profession is obviously mortgage broking. As a mortgage broker, it is a very heavily male dominated, if that's the right word, kind of profession. Last time I was invited to this top 50 brokers lunch.
Yeah.
I walked in there. I was the only female broker.
Yeah.
I was so surprised. But you know what? It didn't intimidate me. Felt so confident. I had my fire up. I was like, okay, let's take this on. It was amazing.
That's lovely.
It was cool.
No, even when you say in the court, when you go there, you're not just looking at the family law niche. Then you're looking at criminal law. You're looking at corporate law. And when you talk about all these different facets of law as a profession, yes, there are more men than women.
Okay.
Yes. So in that sense, it can be male dominated.
So what we see on the TV is kind of true.
Yes. There are
Men in
more
suits.
men than women. 100%.
Yeah. Pallavi, आज अगर ये conversation कोई female सुन रही है अपनी दाल बनाते हुए घर में, what would you want to say to her heart?
Like, what do you mean? Like, dal bana rahi hai, feeling stuck?
Yeah, just feeling stuck, feeling like lost in between her thoughts in her life.
I would say she should start with self-reflection and just finding it first, having a conversation with herself. Why is she feeling like that in the first instance? And what is it that she truly wants? And then if she's in a married life, then obviously talk to her partner about some of those issues that are bothering her, that are giving her that feeling of being stuck in life. And chalking out a pathway to say, what can I do about it to get out of this feeling stuck scenario?
I also think what I would also want to say is I completely agree with what you're saying. What I would also want to say is ki if you are stirring that dal, don't forget to stir your dreams as well. Follow your passion, follow your goal, be ambitious, go out there, learn a new hobby. I think as females, we're very giving. We want to take care of the world rather than taking care of our own selves.
But Ekta, sorry to cut you there, but you and I grew up in the 90s. So it was an era of extreme feminism, right? And it was all about you got to go out, earn a living, shoulder to shoulder with men. That kind of era, right?
100%.
And we talk that language.
Yeah.
It's so evident that we
Yeah.
grew up in that era. But who knows? Women are, in the day and age that we live today, where there's more liberty, where there's more choice. How do you know that woman who's stirring the dal actually is happy doing that?
Yeah.
Maybe her perfect life and dream is not going out and working.
Yeah.
Maybe she wants to be a beautiful homemaker.
Yeah.
And, engage with her feminine side. Maybe get up in the morning and go for a yoga class, come back,
Yeah.
change the flowers in the flower vase, and get back to listening to music and making that dal.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
and
her
that's
dream.
fantastic. That's fantastic. I'm kind of becoming more of that person now.
Yeah.
I see this massive change in me since I've given birth to my daughter.
Yeah.
I want to be that person. But as long as you're happy,
As long as
do
you're happy.
yoga, do gym, do
Yep.
meditation,
Yep.
bring those flowers, do all of that, I think, rather than anything that you...
Proving
anything
a
that
point to
pleases you.
anyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
The idea is to prioritize your happiness.
Yeah.
If you're
That's the message.
Yes.
I think we're both trying to give the same message.
That's
Yes,
it.
100%.
Yes. If you want to wear a suit, go outside and be great guns at whatever field you want to be great guns at,
Yeah.
do it. But if you want to be a homebird
Yeah.
and be a good mum and a good
Yeah.
wife, there's no right or wrong.
Yeah,
They're
do that.
both perfectly
Yeah.
okay things to do, so long as you're happy.
And what you're saying is so powerful, so powerful. I really hope people understand what you're saying. I believe in exactly the same.
Amazing. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Well, you want to be a podcaster anyway, so let's do it together, right? We're on the same page. Okay. Pallavee, what do you do after you win a case?
What do I do after I win a case? Of course, we are elated, very
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
And most likely I'll go and have a matcha latte.
Not martinis? No. You don't drink, I know that.
My go-to is the iced matcha.
Yeah.
And Dinesh just knows. He's like,
Yeah.
coffee?
Supportive husband brings
Yes.
it to your table. When I get a loan approved, I exhale like I've run a marathon. I'm like,
Yeah.
ho gaya. And then I celebrate like I won Miss Universe and I'm so happy. And I'm
Yeah.
sure it's very similar to what
It
you do
is.
as well.
It's what keeps you going.
Yeah.
It is the reason why you come back
Yeah.
to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I chose law as a profession
Yeah.
is because there was no end to learning.
Yeah.
Never, ever in my life
Yeah.
I'll be able to get up one day and say, I know it all,
Yeah.
I've seen it all,
Yeah.
and there's nothing to learn. That day will never come.
And that's what keeps you going, makes you happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's- You are constantly learning. Every case is
Yeah.
new. Every case has new challenges, and you're maneuvering through those challenges
Yeah.
and finding newer versions of you.
Yeah.
And so it's never boring.
Yeah.
You can't say I've been doing it for freaking 20 years and I'm so bored.
Yeah.
Courts
It's challenging every day.
Courts will never let you be bored. Your hearts will be thumping.
How about we swap? I become a lawyer, you become a podcaster. That sounds very interesting.
Let's do that.
Pallavee, we're almost towards the end of our conversation. This was amazing. It was so much fun talking to you.
Equally to me.
Yeah. One last thing, Pallavee, before we finish.
Yeah.
Actually, then we have something else planned as well. But one last thing you would want our audience to hear, our younger generation to listen to.
Advice to the younger generation would be to have a purpose in life. You can't live a holistic, meaningful life unless you have a purpose to pursue. How does one know what the purpose is? Your purpose is different, my purpose is different. There's no right or wrong answer to that question. You've got to take a leap of faith towards a purpose, chase it, and you might find yourself trapped or not enjoying it, not enjoying that path anymore. And you might have to take the next path. The idea is not to stop. The idea is to keep pursuing your purpose, because that's what makes a life more holistic, more meaningful, more happy. A life without purpose is not a life well lived. Let's agree to that.
Yeah,
The
100%.
second advice that I would give is to have a mental map of where you're headed in life and not be overwhelmed to see that umbrella view of where you want to be, because that'll just overwhelm you. You'll be like, how the hell do I reach there? So break it up into smaller baby steps.
One step at a
One
time.
step at a time. You have a yearly goal. You achieve that goal, then you say, that's my next one. And to have that trajectory and mental map in your brain, that's where I'm headed, but these are my milestones, right? And last but not the least, don't worry about aging. Worry about being boring.
Yeah.
That's what you worry about. Don't be a boring person. Be
Yeah.
anything, but don't be boring.
Wow. Very interesting. And I think one thing I would like to add to that, which is what my mum taught me quite early in life, and it's gotten me places, is choose your battles wisely. So a lot of people we see, they are, worried about, oh, this person said that about me, or this friend didn't call me, or, they didn't
Petty
invite me to
issues.
these. Put your efforts, your time, your energy in the right places.
Yeah.
Like you said, go do things for yourself, have a purpose in life, work towards your map, work towards your goals.
Yeah.
Or cook that dal, learn a new hobby. As we discussed so many things,
Yeah.
choose them wisely. Don't
Exactly.
worry about stupid, silly issues, because they just take so much time and effort and energy out of you.
Exactly.
You can use the same resources elsewhere.
Those things will happen on the periphery, sometimes outside of your control. Those things will keep happening. But think of them as condiments. That's not your main platter, main food.
Exactly.
That's something
But I'm
else.
pretty sure you would be the same. And I am this person that never complains to a friend or even to my mom, dad, sister. I'm just someone that doesn't complain about attention or, little issues like that, just because I'm so focused on important things in my life. And I think you are very much the same.
Yeah. If you have a purpose, and you'll have bigger fishes to fry.
Yeah.
You wouldn't worry about petty issues then.
Yeah, 100%. Alrighty, now we're towards the end. We're actually at the end. I have planned a very interesting, fun game for us.
Okay.
It's called Yay or Nay.
Yay or nay?
The rule is I'll spit out the question. We have to say yay or nay immediately after and to say it together.
No thinking
No
time.
thinking.
Oh, this is rapid
Rapid
fire.
fire. Are you ready for our fantastic rapid fire round?
I'm not sure.
I guess you are. Okay. First question. Pineapple on pizza.
Yay.
No, we're not friends anymore. How can you like that?
I love pineapple on pizza.
No way.
Come on.
Posting selfies with filters.
I mean, if you can put makeup, what's wrong with filters?
So it's
yay.
a yay.
It's
Yay
a
for me
yay,
as well.
of course.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
not? It's cool.
It's cool.
Karaoke night after 2 drinks.
I'm boring
Yay.
like that. I
Yay.
said you don't have to be boring, but with drinking, I'm boring. I don't drink.
What would you
So-
sing?
I can sing. I'm
Yeah.
high on life. I would sing for sure.
All right, we have to invite you again to sing then. It's a yay for me, definitely. Give me 2 tequila shots or give me 2 glasses of red wine and then give me the mic. And you'll hear me singing. You'll run out of the room then.
Let's have that night organized soon.
Definitely. Shopping therapy.
Absolutely. I'm a girl.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's a no for me though.
Why?
It doesn't, shopping doesn't make me happy. Like
You got to come
something-
shopping with me then,
Yeah.
Ekta.
Maybe we got to do that. Like shopping, I'll do it just because you have to look good. You have to wear clothes. It's a necessity.
Yeah.
I don't fashion. It doesn't make me happy.
Okay.
Doing a meditation would make me happy. As you said, buying flowers, that makes me really happy.
Wow.
Having some me time, sitting alone, watching a podcast, listening to good music, that makes me really happy. That's my real therapy.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
you know what my advice is?
Yeah.
Don't go. For me, I say, Dinesh, don't spend the money on a therapist.
Yeah.
Just give me my Farfetch and I'm happy.
Next question.
Yeah.
Bollywood remakes are better than the originals.
Nay.
Same, same. That's a nay. Oh, geez.
Oh, absolutely. I'm
Which
my
is the
love for
best.
classics.
Yeah.
No.
What's your favorite movie talking about that? Bollywood?
Lots.
Favorite
so,
one.
एक बोल
Out
के
quick.
injustice
No,
हो जाएगा
quick.
यार.
Out one. Can I tell you
Put me
mine?
on the spot.
Can I tell you mine?
Yeah.
Devdas.
Really?
I love Shah Rukh Khan wali Devdas. Oh.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
I was thinking much older than those movies, but
Okay. Okay. Think about that for next time.
yeah.
Yeah. Gym selfies before the workout.
Why not?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
Okay.
not?
Okay.
Yay.
Okay, cool.
It motivates
I'm like,
you
do
to
it once in a
perform.
while. Yeah.
And it's an evidence that you showed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. True that. WhatsApp family groups.
Nay. I don't want the
200
good morning messages.
200 of them. And the roses. Flowers that pop up in those messages. Mute
God.
them. Mute them.
Mute them.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the best advice out there.
Archive. No, I won't archive a family group. I'm
No, but
kidding.
mute it.
But mute it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Working from bed in pajamas.
Depends on the scenario.
Mine's a definite yes. Like, I'm not even thinking about it. But yes, I want to hear.
I mean, if I'm working on an affidavit, right? I can sit in my quilt and comfortably
Do you ever?
draft, but
Do you ever though?
I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I Dinesh can actually write really complex. He can do complex drafting with TV going in the background.
Oh, really?
I can't.
Yeah.
I'll be on my bed, but I want
Yeah.
peace and quiet
Same.
around me.
Yeah. I need Shanti.
Yes.
But I'm very productive when I'm with my pillows.
Yeah.
So
but
they-
I mean, you can't, of course, an interim hearing. You can't do that.
Yeah. Obviously.
So
Obviously. Gotta be
depends on
physically
the
present
scenario.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. Astrology apps.
Nay.
Yeah,
Nay.
that's a total yes for me. Pallavee, you don't know what you're missing out on.
Look, it's interesting.
Yeah.
It certainly calls you to, towards itself, saying,
Fascinating.
Come check
Yeah.
out what your
Yeah.
future has
And
in store
you can
for you.
blame your miseries on your star sign.
But the reason I
आज ट्रैफिक क्यों मिला? आज उस पर लिखा था ट्रैफिक मिलेगा.
the reason I said nay is because, you either become too optimistic if you read something super positive about आज ये होने वाला है,
Yeah.
and then, or become hopeless
Yeah.
if you read something negative.
Yeah.
And that can drive your decision making.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to happen. I
Makes
want
sense.
life to flow seamlessly.
As it comes.
As it comes.
Yeah.
And I am a Virgo. I like to control things,
Yeah.
but not in this
Yeah.
aspect.
Okay. Next question. Midnight Maggie runs.
Nay.
Yes. Oh my God. Instant noodles is instant happiness.
Look, okay, if I listen to my heart, it's a yay.
Yeah.
But if I listen to my brains, I can picture 3 Pilates classes. So definitely a
I
nay.
don't know you. Don't talk about it.
We're not friends
Oh.
anymore.
No, I'll still be friends with you. But I love Maggie.
Everyone loves Maggie.
Yeah. Pallavee, no, we can be friends, but I love Maggie.
Okay.
Thank you for today. It was wonderful talking to you, as always. I'm sure we have a lot of conversations to do off camera as well. And yeah, and wish you good luck with everything. We'll put your details down there so people can contact you if they need to.
Thank you.
And yeah,
Thank you
it was
for
that-
having me. It was so amazing chatting to you. I loved every single bit of this chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Whoa, that was our podcast with Pallavee Joshi. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If we made you laugh, if we touched any part of your heart, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll keep bringing amazing people out to you, amazing stories out to you. And I can't wait to see you again.